Picture this: a savage Deathclaw, one of Fallout's most terrifying creatures, suddenly transported back 252 million years ago to the Triassic period. What kind of chaos would unfold in this prehistoric world? Let's break this down. The Deathclaw, standing at around 10 feet tall with its massive claws, thick hide, and incredible strength, would find itself in a world that's quite different from the post-apocalyptic wasteland it's used to. The Triassic period was the beginning of the age of dinosaurs, but it wasn't exactly packed with the giant predators we typically think of. Early Triassic landscapes were still recovering from the devastating Permian extinction, which wiped out about 90% of all species. The air was hotter, oxygen levels were lower, and the first dinosaurs were actually pretty small. Most were no bigger than a large dog. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The Deathclaw would essentially be like dropping a tank into a world of bicycles. The largest predators of the early Triassic, like Proterosuchus, were nowhere near as sophisticated or powerful as our mutated friend from the future. The Deathclaw's advantages would be substantial. Its mutation-enhanced strength, speed, and durability would make it nearly unstoppable. Those foot-long claws would slice through the relatively primitive armor of early reptiles like butter. Its enhanced intelligence and hunting instincts would put it leagues above the relatively simple predators of the time. But here's the twist. Survival might not be as easy as it seems. The Deathclaw would need massive amounts of food to sustain itself, and the relatively sparse ecosystem of the early Triassic might not provide enough prey. The higher temperatures and different atmospheric composition could also affect its performance. What's fascinating is how this could change the course of evolution. Would other species evolve defensive mechanisms specifically to deal with this apex predator? Would we see an evolutionary arms race kick off millions of years early? The presence of such an advanced predator could completely reshape the dinosaur lineages we know today. In the end, a Deathclaw in the Triassic would be like introducing a character from a horror movie into a nature documentary. Absolutely devastating for the local wildlife, but also a fascinating experiment in survival and adaptation. It would truly be the apex predator of its time, making even the fiercest creatures of the period look like mere gecko radroaches in comparison.